He wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time.
He does. The kid can fight because he had speed and he had power, and it's very, very hard to get those two together
at that size.
Yeah.
They thought the story.
The media had questions. All of them. Why would Manny Pacquiao return at 46? Is it pride? Ego? A last-ditch run disguised as ambition? But Freddie Roach doesn't do drama. Never has. And he silenced the noise with one simple truth. He's not doing this for the money. He's doing it because he knows he can win. That's not blind loyalty, it's 2 decades forged in fire. Roach has seen Pacquiao walk through wars that would have broken most. From Barrera to Marquez to Thurman, the world doubted. Every time, Manny answered with fists. This isn't a midlife crisis. It's unfinished business. And Freddie, he's all in. Again. That same steady belief burns in him, cool, quiet, unwavering. He's backing the man who once made cameras blur trying to catch his hands. Yes, Barrios is younger, taller, fresher, but is walking into something he's never faced before. Because across from him isn't just a fighter, not just a legend. It's a force that doesn't understand the word quit. If Pacquiao is the fire, Roach is the spark that started it. Their story isn't just athlete and coach. It's belief. Pure and immovable. Roach lives with Parkinson's now. His voice sometimes trembles. Sometimes it fades completely. But the moment he puts on the pads, the moment he steps into the ring, everything goes still. That's not science. That's purpose. Before Manny, Roach was another broken fighter, battered hands, bad luck, and no clear future. He hadn't been the smartest in the ring, just the toughest. And when his own career ended, he stayed in the sport because there was nowhere else to go. That's how Wild Card Jim was born. For walls, sweat-soaked mats, and pure defiance. Then one day, a soft-spoken kid from the Philippines walked in. Didn't say much. Barely made eye contact. But when he hit the mitts for the first time, Roach felt it. Something different. Something deeper. He'd trained hundreds, seen speed, seen power, seen heart. But never like this. Over 20 years later, he still watches Manny with that same intensity. That same certainty. And that's why, when Freddie Roach talks, people listen. Because he doesn't sell hype. He tells the truth. Freddie Roach has told plenty of fighters when it's time to walk away. He's said no to Manny before. He's ushered champions into retirement when their legs were gone, when their reflexes had faded and their timing lost its edge. But this time, not with Manny. There's no hesitation. No second guessing. Roach says Pacquiao can beat Mario Barrios. And he says it flatly, because he means it. Manny is sharp. He's strong. But above all, he's smarter than he's ever been. That's the difference. Roach isn't betting on his fighter to outrun a younger man. He's betting on him to outthink him. This isn't the wild storm of punches from 10 years ago. This is the calculated veteran, still fast, still elusive, still unpredictable, but now fighting with layers. With intent. With strategy. And behind that strategy, Roach, clinical, clear-eyed, and brutally honest. Where others see 46, he sees opportunity. He sees 12 rounds of chances. Angles. Habits. Tells. He sees the way Barrios dips his left shoulder after throwing the hook. How he retreats in straight lines. How there's a slight hitch when he resets. Roach isn't hoping. He's already building. This isn't just another fight. This is the closing movement of a symphony he's been composing for over 20 years. A final crescendo. And in Roach's vision, it ends with Barrios on the canvas. Make no mistake, Barrios isn't a tune-up. This isn't some gift-wrapped opponent sent in to flatter a fading legend. He's the real deal. Young, tall, comfortable in the clinch. A full-sized welterweight with confidence and control. At 5 feet 10 inches with a 71-inch reach, Barrios stalks his opponents with poise. And after dismantling Yordenis Ugas, the same man who beat Pacquiao, he proved he belongs among the division's elite. But here's the twist. Just because you beat Ugas doesn't mean you're ready for Pacquiao. Not this version. Not with Freddie Roach pulling the strings. Roach doesn't see Barrios as some mountain to scale. He sees him as a maze. And the thing about mazes, they're meant to be solved. Barrios is disciplined, sure, but is not unpredictable. He fights on rhythm. A beat you can time if you watch long enough. His jab is clean, but always from the same slot, same motion. His body shots are heavy, but they're loud, visible, telegraphed. Roach doesn't call that technical. He calls it methodical. And when Freddie uses that word, it's not praise. It's a warning. It means there's something to be taken. Barrios has tools, but Roach sees the spaces between them. His feet don't always match his hands. Roach notices. He throws, but when he resets, he's flat. And Manny? He devours that kind of mistake. Go through the film. It's there. Barrios is powerful going forward, but force him to pivot, to react, to fight while stepping back? His rhythm falters. His timing wavers. That's dangerous when you're facing a fighter who doesn't just charge, but appears. From angles you didn't prepare for. Sharp, sudden entries. Vanishing exits. And then a sting, before you. Pacquiao versus Barrios isn't just a clash of generations. It's a collision between rhythm and disruption. Barrios has never faced anything like this. It's not just speed, it's controlled chaos. The kind of movement that looks unpredictable, even reckless, but is actually calculated down to the inch. Most fighters panic when they lose track of their target. Barrios doesn't. He tightens up, goes mechanical, starts moving like a machine, efficient, clean, composed. But that's exactly where the problem starts. Because when you turn mechanical against a fighter who was built to break rhythm, that's when the wheels come off. That's the real danger here. Barrios is walking into a fight where the patterns he trusts will be shredded. By footwork, feints, and timing he's never seen before, much less prepared for. Roach sees it. Manny feels it. And if Barrios can't adjust in real time, something he's never been forced to do at this level, he won't weather the storm. He'll get swallowed by it. At 46, this comeback isn't about training harder. It's about training smarter. That's the gospel Freddie Roach has been quietly preaching in the shadows of Wild Card Gym. The marathon sparring rounds with fresh opponents every few minutes. Gone. Now, every second counts. Every punch has a purpose. Every drill is built with surgical intent. Training ends not with collapse, but with reflection. Manny used to be Wild Card Storm. Bouncing between bags and pads, shadowboxing like he was chasing ghosts, doing extra roadwork just to outlast his own limits. But this camp, this one isn't about volume. It's about precision. The fire is still there. But now, it's been sharpened. Distilled. Focused. Roach didn't build this camp to chase who Manny used to be. He built it to extract what still lives inside him. The speed. The instincts. The danger. And to bring it all to the surface, one last time, when it matters most. Roach's mantra for this camp is simple. No wasted movement. Every punch Manny throws is measured. Every round logged. Every detail tracked. It's not about grinding Manny into shape. It's about protecting what's left. And sharpening it like a blade. He only needs to be perfect for 36 minutes. Even recovery is part of the plan now. Cryotherapy over ice packs. Meals calculated down to the molecule. Flashing lead reflex drills instead of full contact sparring. Roach even brought in a movement coach. Someone who studies the way Manny steps, pivots, resets. Even how he breathes between combinations. Because when time stops being your ally, science has to step in. People forget sometimes. Roach always said Pacquiao was a volume puncher. But he was never reckless. There was always purpose in the pressure. Always a setup behind the storm. Always a read hiding inside the chaos. Now, they're leaning into that brilliance, more than ever. They're trusting the mind to lead where the body used to go on instinct. This isn't about recreating the past. It's about mastering what's left. And making it count. It's underestimating this version of Manny Pacquiao, thinking he's just a faded reflection of who he once was. Yes, maybe he's lost a step. But now he's thinking 2 steps ahead. This isn't a broken champion chasing one last check. This is still a craftsman, carefully sketching the final details of a career-long masterpiece. Freddie Roach isn't trying to rebuild what's gone. He's stripping away the years to reveal what never left. And if Mario Barrios leaves this fight rattled, it won't be from a knockout, it'll be the confusion. Shots from strange angles. Punches slipping up under the chin or wrapping around the temple. Feet that disappear and reappear where they shouldn't be. A smaller man turning the ring into a puzzle only he knows how to solve. That's what facing Pacquiao really feels like. Roach has said it for years, it's not just speed, it's unpredictability. Pacquiao doesn't throw punches in simple combinations. He lets loose in bursts of 5, 7, 10, while moving, ducking, smiling. Barrios fights off structure. He's conventional, calculated. His style relies on timing, rhythm, the jab, distance, and control. But those are the exact fighters Pacquiao has taken apart for decades. Ask De La Hoya. Ask Cotto. Ask Thurman. Strong, poised, skilled fighters, who blinked once and found themselves cornered, eating a left hand that came from nowhere and exploded like dynamite. Roach sees the pattern clearly. Barrios retreats in straight lines. Against a southpaw like Manny, that's a gift-wrapped mistake. That's a death sentence, Roach says. And he's not exaggerating. You don't give Pacquiao a straight line to run on. Because he doesn't just come forward, he hunts. Punching, closing distance, shifting angles, he's always moving.
Thurman backing up. Thurman thought he could back up quick enough, but he wasn't quick enough to get it out of the reach of that punch.
Moving. And Barrios, for all his experience, he's never faced a southpaw who operates at this level. Sure, he's sparred lefties, maybe fought a couple. But no one who blends offense and footwork into one constant blur like Manny. Roach calls it the slingshot. Manny draws you in, lulls you with rhythm, then fires forward from a strange angle, not quite direct, not fully wide, just off enough to disappear from your vision until he's already landing shots. This isn't about pure speed anymore. It's about timing, misdirection, disguise. He feints like he's launching bombs. Sets traps with footwork. Then explodes. Fires 3, pivots, and vanishes again. Barrios might try to pressure him. He might even land. But when he tries to catch the ghost, he's going to find himself swinging at shadows. Pacquiao's most dangerous weapon was never just his fists. It's his ability to disappear, then hit you from a place you weren't even looking. Roach knows, that part of Manny never faded. The calendar might say 46, but the tape says otherwise. You can age a body. You can slow reflexes. But instinct, real, world-class fight IQ, that doesn't age. It's wired in. Roach repeats it like gospel. Barrios isn't just fighting Manny's body, he's in a mental chess match. And that's where most people get it wrong. They see the flurries and the bounce and think it's chaos. But chaos doesn't win 8 world titles. Intelligence does. Strategy does. And right now, Roach is sharpening that side of Manny, bringing out the brain behind the bursts, the precision behind the speed. This isn't a slugfest. This is a puzzle, and Manny is coming to solve it. Roach has studied Barrios endlessly. He knows what Barrios does under pressure, how he reacts in the clinch, where he resets after that looping right hand. Pacquiao's fight IQ, carved in blood and championships, will use that information like a scalpel. Roach says, age doesn't matter if you can control the pace. And with Manny, sometimes the punch that wins the round isn't thrown, it's a foot feint, a step, a twitch that freezes you for just long enough. Timing, that's the key. Roach has drilled Manny to anticipate, not just react. Barrios has a habit, he likes to double jab when circling left. Roach's team saw it. Highlighted it. Trained for it. Now Manny's left hand is waiting for it, like a sniper's scope on a locked target. Then there's the inside game. Barrios likes to get rough in the clinch. He'll lean, wrestle, use his weight to wear you down. But Manny's been through that jungle. His battled Margarito's size, tangled with Mosley, survived the chaos of Horn. He knows how to stay composed inside, tight elbows, wide base, sneaky shots on the break. Roach calls them old man tricks. But it's not about age. It's about wisdom. Barrios may have youth. But if he thinks that's enough, he's already playing catch-up. Because this fight isn't about speed anymore. It's about setups, traps, and calculated violence. Manny doesn't throw as much now, but when he does, every shot is dialed in with twice the impact. Experience doesn't fade. It evolves. Ask Roach why he's still by Manny's side and you'll hear the difference in his voice. It's not sentiment, it's something sacred. When Manny walks into wild card, Roach says, you believe again. Not because of memory. Because of presence. There are no cameras. No distractions. Just Pacquiao. Hands wrapped. Locked in. Focused. Roach watches. Quiet. Still. Parkinson's tremors softening as he follows Manny's every move. It's the same rhythm he's studied for 2 decades, now sharper, more refined. Not about force anymore. It's about precision. After the Ugas fight, Roach told Manny to hang them up. The legacy was untouched. The story already written. But something shifted. Manny came back, not for the spotlight, but for the fight. Because that's who he's always been. And Roach saw it. He's seen fighters go through the motions, pretend like they still want it. Manny's different. Even now, he's chasing something real. Panic. Ask Thurman. Ask Bradley. Ask anyone who thought they could walk Manny down, only to end up drowning in a storm they never saw coming. Manny doesn't just throw punches. He creates chaos. He shifts space. Subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share me.